I'm on site in Guadalajara, here at Rey Reyes Church, where Adventures in Life has worked for, well, really since 1998 with Pastor Raul and his congregation. Today I have with me Alex Yee from UCLA's AACF organization, although he's going to tell you in just a little bit what he's doing these days. But Alex came with that group when they first came to Mexico with us on a short-term trip in 2003, 12 years ago, something like that. And we had them out at Rancho Abarim and in the Valle de Guadalupe and this other colonia in Ensenada called Indeco Dos. And Alex, I just wanted to take a few minutes and ask you about your experiences on that trip and what you learned about ministry and kids and God.
Yeah, on that first trip, it really, it's just a big influence in my life. On the two sites, Indeco Dos, we mainly, I think, walked around and did prayer walks and did some street evangelism. But that other site in Guadalupe we went out and we would gather all the kids in the area and play with them in this big field that they had, and then we would bring them to the church, and so the pastor could, talk to them about God. And I think as an adult, that was like the first time I really did anything with children, and really, since then, pretty much all I've done is work with children, and it's mainly because from that experience, there's just this one time where it's just we were out with the kids, and I had gone to take some little boy home because he was too little to be around all of us strangers, and then I came back, and they had a baseball game going already, but there are these girls to the side that were some other teammates were just giving piggyback rides too, and there's this one girl named Larissa who didn't have someone to ride on, so I went over and with like the 3 words of Spanish I knew, I said papuchi, which means piggyback ride, and she said sí, and so after that, just playing with her that week, I just found it just really fulfilling and meaningful, and that really was the start of, I think, God changing my heart to want to work with kids.
You were an engineering student, and you kind of changed your whole path of study. What are you doing now as a result of that?
Right, yeah, that started as a junior at UCLA in the middle of my electrical engineering degree. But after college, what happened is I went with the Salvation Army, which was my home church, to Malaysia for a couple years to work in a children's home. Currently, I have gotten a child development degree, and now I'm the education director for one of the Salvation Army facilities in San Francisco, where I direct an after-school program and do summer day camps and just children's programs like that.
If someone was thinking about going on short-term mission, what would you tell them?
I think it would just to be open to what God might have for you. I mean, we all have an idea of where we want to be and what we want to do, but to just really allow God to impress something upon your heart about what He wants, and to just kind of run with that.
You're a short-term mission success story. You're exactly what those of us who spend our lives doing this, what we want. We want people to come down wherever that is, whether it's in Mexico, whether it's in China, some other place, around the globe. Come for whatever time they can, and maybe let God begin that process of working on their hearts and then respond. Alex, I want to say thank you for the ministry that you do with kids with the Salvation Army, for coming that first time with us and continuing to come to Ensenada and now to Guadalajara. And I just tell you that for me personally, it's just an honor to serve with you here in Mexico again. And I'm proud to call you a brother in Christ, and glad that you're part of the team. Thanks.
Thank you.